morning, everyone. If you take your seats, we're ready to begin. My name is Joe Shively, and I'm Senior Associate Dean in the College of Arts and Sciences, and I'm pleased to welcome you to Varner Recital Hall this morning. Today's State of the University address brings us together as a community to reflect on our past and look to our future. As we're gathered in Varner Recital Hall this morning, it's worth noting that the arts themselves, with a long and rich history, are thriving at OU. All across our campus, actors, dancers, filmmakers, musicians, visual artists, and writers conduct research as they boldly engage in creative inquiry. The very space you're in today is a laboratory for students and faculty in music, theater, and dance to do artistic work. Work that asks us to use our imaginations as we think about what the world could be. This morning, we're proud to present to you a performance of our dance repertory company. Repco is going to perform Just Wave, choreographed by Associate Professor of Dance Thayer Jonuts, with costumes by OU staff member Krista Kerner. I hope you enjoy the performance.
Well, welcome, and thank you for taking so much time out of your busy day to be here with us today at Oakland University's State of the University Address. Let's just give another round of applause for an inspired performance from our talented dance students led by Thayer Jonitz. Well, before we get started, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge several of our very special guests who are here with us today. We have legislators, county officials, local mayors, and other distinguished guests. And we have the newest member of our Board of Trustees, Mel Brown. So if you're one of our special guests, could you please stand to be recognized? And let's give all of you a round of applause, a warm welcome from Oakland University. Thank you. And now I'd like to acknowledge that the Oakland University Board of Trustees has had tremendous leadership and commitment to our great university. They are so important to us. I'd also like to recognize members of the Oakland University leadership team. And as I mentioned your group, I'm going to ask you to stand to be acknowledged and remain standing until I ask you to sit down. Our cabinet. Now, you know, I'm often asked about how we make decisions during our cabinet meetings. Well, we do have some formal rules of engagement and a protocol that is strictly followed. But I've got to tell you that we also have some very lively debates at our cabinet meeting. And usually there's strong disagreement at those meetings, and we settle arguments in a lot of ways, but usually it comes down to this. Now, depending on who you ask, you'll get a different version about who won this particular debate. But from my point of view, it was a draw, which left the decision up to me. And I'd rather not tell you who I picked to win this one. But now I'd like to also acknowledge our deans, so please stand, and our associate deans, please stand, and members of our Executive Leadership Council and our department chairs. You can all sit down now. Well, you know, with the pandemic behind us, it really feels like we're getting back together as a bustling university. And students are just everywhere now on our campus with great energy. And of course, the best indication that the campus is really, really thriving is that now it is just so difficult to get a parking spot. And on Saturdays, we are just hoping that everyone, including our guests here, show their Golden Grizzlies pride by wearing Oakland University clothing wherever you go. That's going to save us some money, by the way, on marketing. In today's State of the University address, we will be covering our accomplishments of the past year, present our response to some pressing challenges, identify opportunities, and share our strategic vision. Now, those of you that were here will remember last year's State of the University address. We talked about planting the garden of imagination, and it is right here outside of Varner Hall, right here, not far from where we're at now. Our hope is that the garden of imagination becomes one of the many inspiring sites on campus that reflects what we're about. And what are we about? We are a university bound by our shared values, a university where education enlightens the lives of our students, a university where our engagement and partnerships improve our communities. And we are a university that plays a vital role in the progress of all people in the region and beyond. Our strength is our people, people who share a mission. Our work is not an occupation, it's a calling. And I'm so proud and humbled to be here at Oakland University and to serve alongside each and every one of you. Since we're educators, idealists, and optimists, can there be any doubt that what other people might consider as obstacles, we see as opportunities? What some see as impediments, we see as promises. What some see as unsolvable, we see as a chance to be creative, to be innovative, and to be bold. The challenge before us is to develop a university for the opportunities of the next decade and beyond. Working together, I have no doubt that we can, we must, and we will boldly innovate Oakland University. You know, one of my favorite quotes is from Winston Churchill. He said, "A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity, but an optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty." We must look for opportunities at a time when higher education is being challenged in just so many ways. And you know, there are both myths and real challenges impacting higher education today. So let's just take a few moments to review both some of the myths and some of the real challenges. And then let's examine how we here at Oakland are addressing both the myths and the challenges. Let's start by discussing two of the most troubling myths that often get repeated without ever being challenged. These are the myths that a college degree is not important and not necessary for a high-paying job. And the second one, that the myth is that college is just unaffordable. And then, in addition to dispelling myths, we must also address some of the real challenges, which include declining enrollment, unsatisfactory graduation rates, the unacceptable equity graduation gap, and the mental health crisis. Well, arguably, the most often asked question is this: is college worth it? And we're well aware of the declining public trust and skepticism about the value of a college degree. A recent Pew Research Center survey found that 4 out of 10 Americans believe a college degree is not important to getting a high-paying job. Well, here are the facts. College graduates are twice as likely to be employed compared to those with only a high school diploma. Earnings for bachelor's degree holders are 86% greater than those with only a high school diploma. Median lifetime earnings are $1.2 million higher for bachelor's degree holders. And having a college degree improves long-term health. Bachelor's degree holders are 47% more likely to have health insurance that's provided by their job. Life expectancy is longer for those who attend college. Studies suggest that those who have attended at least some college can expect to live 7 years longer than peers with no post-secondary education. Well, do you need a college degree to get a good job here in Michigan? Michigan's Hot 50 Job Outlook through 2032 offers compelling proof that yes, you do. The report projects high demand, high wage careers with projected long-term job growth and median wages. Of the 42 Hot 50 jobs, they require at least a bachelor's degree. And of the highest paying Hot 50 jobs, at least a bachelor's degree or higher is required. Now, not only is a college degree beneficial for an individual, but often overlooked is the fact that many community benefits are important for counties with a high proportion of residents with college degrees. Education is a driving force for economic development and for private investment as well. Communities with higher education rates have lower crime. Communities with more educated residents tend to be healthier. Higher educated people are more likely to be politically and civically engaged. You know, we must prove that higher education values are the bedrock for economic, social, and individual progress. The Best Colleges in America survey that was published by the Wall Street Journal in September ranks Oakland University as being the 4th best value higher education institution in Michigan, and we are 3rd among our peer institutions. Furthermore, we are ranked 3rd in Michigan for the upward social mobility of our students. For us, creating a path toward upward social mobility is the reason that Oakland is ranked as the #1 brain gain university in all of Michigan. And we are extremely proud that 72% of our graduating seniors are employed within a year, and 98% of those students work right here in Michigan. We know that succeeding in the competitive job market and building a career requires classroom learning and practical on-the-job experience. 86% of our seniors have at least one paid internship before graduation. The OU Pledge ensures that every undergraduate student has an experiential learning opportunity, such as an internship, research, study abroad, and others that complement their academic studies. And currently, students have access to more than 24,000 internships through the easily accessible platform Handshake. And now you can see banners across our campus that promote the OU Pledge. Let's turn to the other pervasive myth, that college is unaffordable. Well, here at Oakland, we are focused on making college both accessible and affordable. Nationally, graduates owe an average of $40,681. But at Oakland, 52% of our students graduate with no debt. And of the Oakland students who do graduate with debt, the average debt is $22,750. That's less than the price of a car. And our graduates pay off their debt in just 19 months on average, according to the Wall Street Journal. And this is because that they get high-paying jobs when they graduate. And for new students from families earning less than $70,000 annually, tuition is free. The Golden Grizzlies Graduate Program further supports affordability by helping students who had to pause their education. And to date, the program has brought back to Oakland 531 students. And already 292 of those students have completed their degrees, and some of them are now actually enrolled in graduate programs. And so, at Oakland, we have already dispelled the myth that college degree has no value. And furthermore, we have dispelled the myth that college is unaffordable for qualified students. So now let's turn our attention to some of the real challenges. In Michigan, the number of high school graduates has decreased by approximately 15% over the past decade, from around 130,000 graduates in 2013 to about 110,000 graduates in 2023. And the projection is for a further decline to 101,000 students by 2030. We have to be prepared for the stark reality. Fewer high school students means greater competition among universities and colleges. And if we do nothing, this will challenge our future revenue. In the competition for students, we at Oakland have developed an aggressive strategic enrollment management plan. Here's a look at our Oakland University interactive dashboard that's located on the President's webpage. There, you'll find an institutional profile, student outcomes, and university operations. You can review our key performance indicators on the President's report card. In addition, you'll find information and metrics like our student headcount, new student profile, and faculty and student profile. Other metrics include student outcomes, retention, and graduation rates, and there's so much more for you to explore. This is a page from the dashboard, and it demonstrates the steady decline in Oakland's enrollment since the fall of 2017 to our current total of 15,768 students. Here, you'll see how the diversity of our campus continues to increase as more and more underrepresented minority students choose to come to Oakland, our warm and inviting and tolerant campus. Last Saturday, at our Go for the Gold event, we recorded the highest ever attendance at our open house for prospective undergraduate students. We find this extremely encouraging because it comes at a time of negative statewide enrollment trends. And we are so proud to be the #2 destination for transfer students in Michigan. Our proactive admissions strategy includes partnerships with Oakland and Macomb community colleges, and we have agreements with every community college in the state. This fall, for the first time, OCC students live in our residence halls, a benefit we will soon extend to MCC students as well. And looking ahead to winter 2025, we are encouraged that applications for new undergraduate students are up nearly 34%. So although our enrollment has progressively declined from 2017 through this fall, the promising Go for the Gold participation, being #2 in the state in transfer students, and increasing applications for winter are all encouraging signs. While our 6-year graduation rate remains static at 58%, I have to tell you that we are not at all satisfied with this. Furthermore, the 6-year graduation rate for underrepresented minority students has decreased, and we're not satisfied with that either. Therefore, we've taken numerous aggressive key strategies to address retention and graduation rates for all of our students and additional strategies to close the equity gap. These proactive strategies address DFWI rates, strengthening academic advising, financial aid enhancements, and just this year, we have received several major state grants, including the DREAM Initiative and a 60x30 MyLeap grant. These 2 grants will provide nearly $1 million to improve graduation rates for first-generation students. Other strategies include strengthening partnerships with community colleges and building better academic pathways, expanding credit for prior learning for adult students, and expanding experience-based learning opportunities through the OU Pledge, which is a tactic that has proven to be a good retention tool. Together, we know that all of these aggressive tactics will benefit all of our students and improve graduation rates, and have a particular benefit for our underrepresented minority students, helping us to further close the equity gaps. In many ways, for us to succeed and foster success through our campus community, we must take care of one another. That means addressing the physical and the mental health needs of people in our campus community. You know, there's a perception that what has grown into a well-documented anxiety in our society began with the pandemic that started in March of 2020. But the truth is that anxiety and the sense of isolation has been with us well before March of 2020. And the reality is that we must address those who are struggling, which, truth be told, is actually each one of us at one time or another. In a wonderful book called Bowling Alone, author Robert Putnam highlights a decline of social connections in America, and he awakens us to the importance of community engagement. Through his insight, Putnam raises awareness of the need to strengthen our social bonds, the bonds that hold us together as a community, as a campus community. We at Oakland are responding by finding more ways to take care of one another. Since the full-time return to campus, we have recommitted to providing support for the physical and the mental health needs of our campus community. And these ways include enhancing services at Graham Health Center and Graham Counseling Center, supporting our Healthy Campus initiative, and launching the You Will teleconsulting platform. This provides students with immediate access to a national network of licensed therapists and a 24/7 crisis hotline. We are committed to listening, to acting, and to always working to create the best possible workplace and campus. We celebrate diversity and are very proud that we are ranked as the second most LGBTQ+ friendly campus in Michigan. And we're so proud of our gold level status from the Veterans Affairs Agency. In the past year, we've honored our multicultural community in so many ways. And here are just a few. At a time when the country is under DEI attack, there should be no doubt about our commitment to the principle and the promise of diversity, equity, and inclusiveness. And at the heart of what binds us as a community is Golden Grizzly's pride in all of its beautiful hues and expressions. And there's no question that at the heart of Golden Grizzly's pride are our students, like some that you saw on the stage earlier today. With the tireless work of our dedicated student affairs team, we support a campus that has 275 student organizations, including 25 new organizations in the past year alone. We enjoy the safest campus in Michigan and the 7th safest campus in the United States. There's been a 5% occupancy increase in student housing, and we're always looking for new and innovative and bold ways to serve our students. For example, in the past few months, we made available mobile food ordering from the Hillcrest Hall cafeteria, and hundreds of students, and some of you faculty and staff, are already taking advantage of this food ordering system. Once again, this year, Oakland was the recipient of the McCafferty Award, given annually to signify the Horizon League's all-sports champion. And this is the 7th time that Oakland has received this incredibly prestigious award. And our student athletes have a 95% graduation rate, which will be reported later this year. By the way, the NCAA standard is only 91%. And we take great pride in being the campus of champions. Our championship teams include men's soccer, women's cross country, men's swimming and diving, women's swimming and diving, women's golf. Oh, and did I forget one? Could it be men's basketball? Will anyone ever forget one of the greatest upsets in NCAA basketball tournament history? And of course, it was one of Oakland's biggest basketball histories events too. And I think we'll finally put to rest for people around the country that Oakland University is not in California, but right here. Well, from competition in athletics to competition in the classroom, Oakland has made significant strides this year in living up to our mission. We're continually enhancing the learning environment, renovating classrooms and laboratories, improving accessibility, building contemporary cutting-edge classrooms and inclusive campus settings. And we have a renewed focus on elevating student success and mitigating the equity gaps I spoke about. We're developing strategies to alleviate learning deficits. We're restructuring general education requirements to make courses more streamlined and accessible. And we're creating support for culturally resonant pedagogy. During the past year, the leadership of our deans has translated to Oakland University's online MBA program rising 42 spots in the U.S. News and World Report rankings for Best Online MBA Program. 99% of School of Education and Human Services undergraduates have a paid internship. Oakland joined the Midwest Regional Network to address national needs in semiconductor and microelectronics. In May, we had a grand opening for the Research and Innovation Center. This new facility provides research space for advanced manufacturing, AI, data science, and cybersecurity, and so much more. And research is so exciting. It's the process of discovery, including scholarly work and artistic creations. And we're just so immensely proud of faculty members who are generating incredibly exciting creative work. This past year, we received $29 million in research grants. The 110 grants exceeded last year's total by 15%. And I'm proud to report that 12 of our faculty appeared on Stanford's list of the top 2% of scientists in the entire world. OU's biological sciences ranked 6th in Michigan for research dollars. And based on faculty research performance, EduRank 2024 ranked OU's SBA as the 5th best business school in Michigan. Also, this past year, Oakland rose to 233rd among the 637 universities in the United States that are federally ranked by research expenditures. And this places us above all of the other Michigan universities who are in our peer group. Here, you can see a breakdown of research by academic unit ranked in the order of research funding. I am just so proud of our faculty and students and of our research office for fostering a collaborative research environment. Well, another way we're having a major impact on our communities is by being a steward of place. And our goal is to be a catalyst for community, cultural, and economic development, and a platform for applied research. Our community engagement efforts are based on a bi-directional model of mutual respect, where Oakland and our partners are both learning from each other. In January, Oakland received the 2024 Carnegie Community Engagement Classification. The status reflects a major endorsement for our work in the OU Pontiac Initiative. Working together, Oakland and Pontiac have made significant progress in the areas that you see here. And we are just so proud of this partnership and the progress that we've made together in the last 10 years. And we look forward to continuing to have a transformative impact on Pontiac and on its residents. Another form of community engagement is working with the residents of our communities to be engaged in civic affairs. On October 30th, Oakland Center for Civic Engagement will be host to the All Eyes on the Great Lakes State, Michigan's Importance in the 2024 campaign event. It's a very exciting event, and I hope you'll all be there. The work of the center has played a vital role in increasing OU student voting. Nearly 57% of Oakland students voted in 2022, up 10 points from 2018, and more than 25 points higher than the national average. Just as we are advocates for a sustainable democracy, our aspiration is also to be a model university of sustainable and responsible operations, maintenance, and growth. What is a sustainable university? It includes fiscal stewardship, the actions and policies that make us a safe and secure campus, facilities and grounds maintenance, and natural resource management. At Oakland, we have a proud and long tradition of maintaining sound fiscal management, including a history of cost containment, controlling education costs, and a balanced general fund budget. Maintaining a safe, welcoming campus is critical to creating an inspiring university. And in the last 5 months, we've had five ribbon cuttings. These are 5 examples of how we are deepening our commitment to education and enhancing the Oakland University learning experience. Here you'll see just one example, a photo from Monday's ribbon cutting at the new DeCarlo Meadowbrook Hall Visitor Center. And here are 2 beautiful photos of the new Visitor Center. The renovation and expansion of Varner Hall, where you're sitting here now, was completed this year. An updated entryway and new welcome center distinguish O'Dowd Hall, home to OUWB. South Foundation Hall is an inspiring site at the entrance to our beautiful campus. One of the many important ways we sustain Oakland University is through our efforts of our university advancement team and the generous, selfless support of a range of donors and philanthropists. In January, we announced that we had surpassed the $150 million goal of our Aspire, Advance, Achieve campaign, 6 months ahead of schedule. Here you'll see photos from the campus celebration hosted on January 22nd. A major reason we were able to reach our goal early was a strong fiscal year 23 that resulted in raising more than $36 million, which was a fundraising record for Oakland. A statistic of which I'm especially proud is that we had 12,260 first-time donors who contributed more than $31 million. Here you see other key accomplishments, including the first-time donors, donations from faculty, staff, and retirees, and new scholarships and endowments that were funded from the campaign. Another critical part of our sustainability and environmental stewardship of our beautiful university is to preserve and cultivate our incredible campus. We have created outdoor learning spaces located next to the biological preserve. The space is designed to accommodate a range of classes and explore our grounds as a natural learning environment. We've established a location for our Native American heritage site, and we're maintaining a pollinator garden. We even have a new learning center. And in being mindful of the requirement to maintain a sustainable infrastructure, we're developing a campus master plan that will complement the vision and initiatives set forth in our new strategic plan. Together, these complementary plans will further develop the facilities, natural resources, and promise of the university. Our strategic plan is currently underway. The vision of the plan is to elevate Oakland as a preeminent university that has a regional focus with a global impact. Thanks to the work of more than 500 faculty, staff, and students who have served on the strategic planning teams, ideas, proposals, and initiatives are stretching the possibilities of our university. We've already organized the recommendations, and they're now under 5 pillars. First among equals is the first pillar we call Our People. In spring of 2025, we will conduct an engagement climate survey. The survey will provide insights into how we can be more responsive to the needs of our employees and how we can create more opportunities for our employees to be more engaged. Our intent is to build on being the university of choice and then to prove it day after day. The next pillar is higher education, which is to make sure that Oakland offers the best academic experiences and learning environments. The pillar Discovery refers to creative activity of our talented faculty and students. The pillar Stewards of Place refers to the many ways we form bilateral partnerships in our communities. And the final pillar relates to being a sustainable university, which covers operations and processes related to the physical, natural resources, and administrative policies to support responsible growth. These pillars are not hierarchical in nature, but dynamically interconnected. And in the coming weeks, we will hold town halls to inform and discuss the content of the initiatives. Our story, the Oakland University's story, is foremost a story about people, all of you. People setting out on a journey to learn about themselves and the world, and to educate those who walk through our gates and find a home for their dreams. And as we sit here, side by side, this is how we must stand together as a campus community, side by side. In my discussions with our trustees, our students, our faculty, our staff, our alumni, business and civic leaders throughout the region and the state, I have found a deep affection and shared belief in the great promise of Oakland University. Let us pledge to work together to further elevate Oakland as a preeminent international university with an intensely regional focus and a global impact. I know that together we can, we must, and we will. Now is the time to believe in our potential and our power to collaborate and to shape our future. I want to thank you for your dedication and your hard work in making Oakland University a great institution of higher learning. I am so very proud and privileged to serve alongside each one of you. Thank you.